Good morning, everybody. Just wanted to make a real quick short video here. I noticed there's been a lot of crazy crap going on, and I'm not really gonna answer to much of it. I'm not here to prove anything to anybody, brag about anything, pretend I'm something I'm not, anything like that. So look at this beautiful girl here, laying in the sunshine, mamash. Shining real good, huh, babies? That's right. Look at her, my babies. Oh, mamash. I know it. Hey, let me put you up for just a minute, okay? Come here, girl. Come on. She hates this, but you gotta rotate them a little bit. It's the only place that she'll stay into, and here I'll show you in just a minute. You can kind of see there a little bit. Here, babies. Come on. Come on, babies. Oh, I know. Come on. That's her little safe zone right there. It's her little spot, huh, babies? Look at, that's what happened on the 4th. These dogs ain't for everybody. Alright, so, look at a couple trophies here we got left with. A lot of dust too. Little junior handler trophies from way back in the day. Got left with some pictures. All that stuff. All my holes in the walls, I'm starting to patch that up, get stuff repaired here. You know, chilling out, relaxing, nothing special. Poor, ain't got no money like everybody says. Yes, that's true. Got the floors ripped out in the hallway here. Bathroom's looking like always. Tegan's room. Empty. Corbin's pretty much empty too. Picture of the kennel in the winter. Oh, listen to little whiny ass in here. And another door that's been completely fucked. Had to temporarily try to figure something out to make it work. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm poor. But show you guys just a little bit of my stuff here that I got. Some of the stuff I've gathered and read over the years. It's a pretty good one. That one was given to me by a fella here in town that owns one of the pups off of my breeding I did. There's a book I ordered, had shipped to me. It was a Christmas present, I believe. A lot of good history in this book here, fellas, ladies, gentlemen. These are more along the lines of novels, but it's got a lot of good information, good content for people that are, you know, kind of like me, slightly troubled in life, looking for some direction. And here's another one. This is the first one. No, that's actually the second one. This is number 1, and that's the second one that he wrote to it. He may even have another one written by this point. Here's one. It's a good one. Mr. Stratton book. Another good one. Got a lot of good content in there. For those of you that are students of the breed, like to do a lot of reading, and there's a lot of good stuff in here, a lot of good pictures. So that's a good one. Nope, that's my family genealogy on my grandfather's side, all the way back to 1638. Here's a good one. A lot of good stuff in this book. A lot of good old pedigrees. This is before the sites were written for the online stuff. They probably used a lot of these pedigrees to actually make those pedigrees online, but a lot of the true history, a lot of the good dogs from the past that Frank obviously felt was worth mentioning in his book. A lot of the people as well. A lot of good reading in here. Oh, this will bring back a memory or two probably for me. Maybe for a few other folks here. Yeah. I think it's the obituary for Steve Long, Barbed Wire Kennels. I actually purchased that book from Roger. But I'll go ahead and read this here real quick. He's the man behind the Roxy Rom Dog. Says he was a man of extremes, and when he set his mind to do something, he never did it halfway. He strove to be perfect or for perfection in everything he did. He loved his children, his grandchildren, his parents, his sister. He could be a foul mood or in pain from his injuries. The second his granddaughter walked into the room, his pain was gone, and his eyes became beaming with pride. Steve also loved any form of combat, a serious student of boxing. He had all collections of tapes, matches dated back to the 1980s. His bulldogs took a back seat to no one. Twice his animals graced the front of the Sporting Dog Journal. Only a select handful of people in the last 50 years can say the same. Many young men and women across the world owe their start to pit bulls to Steve. At times, he could speak a little rough to them, but he was only trying to help them from making the same mistakes he and everyone else made starting out in the 1970s and into the early 80s. If they did not want to listen, he would no longer have time for them. Says he could count as friends and comrades men like the late Pat Bodoziansky, Joe Corvino's #1 understudy, Rod and Carol Kirshner, Mike Narad, Paul Sofiakis, Ray Carter, Wayne Borzak, Rick Fraser, Jack Kelly, Brian Bailey. I know his son. I never did get to meet Brian. Jose Rangel Jr., Tommy Trombino, Pedro. Sorry I never knew your last name. Rob Carver, and Roger Fleming. The list could go on for pages, and I'm sorry if I did not mention everyone, but those who knew Steve will remember him fondly. The bulldog world would just not be the same without him. When he went to dog shows, it was friends everywhere. You couldn't go 3 steps without someone running over and talking about pedigrees and making breedings to one of the great many stud dogs Steve had in his yard over the years. Bulldogs were his life's blood. He truly lived and breathed them. Even after his own dog attacked him, he didn't get discouraged. A lesser man would have shot every dog in the yard, but Steve knew that a few bad apples don't necessarily ruin the barrel. His health had declined rapidly after he had good and bad days every week. He was in a great deal of pain in his neck, but his doctors would not let them operate on him for reasons only they could explain. To add insult to injury, state laws and city ordinance bothered him constantly, yet he still made time to help out some of the young people in town with sick or injured dogs. Steve's knowledge of veterinary medicine rivaled any vet. Many times he had to tell them what exactly needed to be done. This is not an exaggerated statement. In closing, I'd like to ask anyone who reads this, no matter your faith or background, to say a prayer or take some time to reflect on him. He was a good man, devoted father, son, and one of the best friends anyone could have. Pretty heartfelt. And that's a lot of the books that I've got. Man, I've got a lot of good old stuff in here, though. Some old comic books, man. Gotta love that, right? Yeah, it's one of the last shows I went to. All kinds of issues of the Gazette, man. Here's a pretty interesting one. I know a lot of you folks are fans of this dog out there. There's a big article. Hey, look it. There's Jack. Be quick. I know this dog. I pet him. There's a big stink in this episode here of this Gazette about Buck. Can't probably find it naturally. Let me see if it's in the frickin'. Pretty cool though, all this stuff. I used to get this thing sent to me. I don't know where it's at. Front cover. Page 72 for the story. Okay, let's go look at that real quick. Bam. That's cool how they do that stuff. They always put the kids in there. This is a good registry. Hold on, I gotta take a call.